I can't tell you how many times I've actually heard, and this is what's kind of crazy to me, and how we developed our annuity assurance process is I've actually had people come to me before, Zach, that had bought an annuity fairly recently. After they purchased that annuity, the advisor that wrote that deal was nowhere to be found, would not review it with them. They tried to call, nothing. Or I actually had a scenario where a client was wanting to ensure that they got the right policy, and the advisor tried to act like they were so super busy and they couldn't tend to that client after the policy was issued to review it. And I actually lended out our service to review that with them, just to help them out because I believe that that was the right thing to do in that case. And we actually did find that there was an issue with the policy, the contract that was issued, that it wasn't issued as applied for. And it was actually really tough. What ended up happening is because the advisor was pushing this lady off, in terms of setting up a time to review it with her, she actually became, outside of her free look period, which we'll cover
Mhm.
in just a moment of what that means. But her right to inspect the policy was she was outside of that time frame. And when we found that she had the policy wasn't issued as applied for, actually what happened was there was supposed to be a rider, an income rider on there, and there wasn't. And the advisor made the mistake. It wasn't the insurance company. But long story short, after telling the carrier what happened, they sided with us and they trusted what we were telling them, and what the client's testimony was there. And they ended up honoring the free look of that policy. And she came to work with us, and we took her through that annuity assurance process, explained exactly how to compare the products side by side. And we actually ended up finding out that the one that she was that was put in place for her by the other advisor wasn't actually the best one for her circumstances. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise, if you will. While albeit a frustrating experience on her end, she ended up benefiting it from it immensely, and she avoided a costly mistake.